Rafael, which markets are the best ones to wholesale in? Well, that's really a loaded question, but in this video, I'm gonna show you how to break down the top 3 things that you need to look for in your market so you figure out the demand, the volume, and the speed of the market, right? Check it out. This is your host and real estate coach, Rafael Cortez. You are listening to the REI Wholesaling Podcast, where every week I bring you the real-life case studies and strategies you need to level up your real estate wholesaling business. If you haven't done so yet, go to reiwholesaling.com. Again, that's reiwholesaling.com. Sign up and get free access to your Wholesaling 101 course. This free training teaches you step by step everything you need to close your next wholesale deal and start making big money now. Fam, what's up? Welcome back to the Real Estate Wholesaling Academy series. All right, let's answer the question of where do I start marketing for wholesale deals? One of the biggest things, right, especially if you're a new wholesaler, you're wondering what markets to tap into. This is a very normal question. We always get that. Anybody who's coaching gets that question all the time. Which are the top markets in the US to do wholesale in? It's a loaded question, depending. I always recommend starting in your own backyard. If you have a healthy size backyard, right? You can own that backyard and then move on to other markets. When we start doing research and when you get ready to actually go into other markets though, like there's a couple of things that you have to watch out for because you're gonna be spending money, time, and effort in these markets, right? So the top 3 things that you wanna consider, you wanna keep in mind as you're going through the process of doing some research on these, it's actually relatively simple, right? You can go to Zillow.com, you can go to Redfin.com and look up stats. You can Google a lot of this information. I just want to give you the top 3 things that you're going to look for. These 3 indicators are going to give you the volume of the market, the speed of the market, and the demand of the market, right? We need to know those 3 things to make sure that we're tapping into something that's viable, all right? So again, the volume, how big is the market? The speed of the market, how fast are the deals moving in the market? And then the demand, is there a demand? And if so, is it on the seller side or the buyer side? All right, let's break it down and talk about the volume of the market. If you're tapping into anywhere new, you have to make sure that it's sustainable, that you can at least run 6 months of campaigns in there. So by default, I look for markets that have 250,000 people or more. Usually 250,000 people or more are gonna give you larger lists like absentee owners lists, right? You're gonna have enough code violations lists, 60-day lates, pre-foreclosures, and it's a healthier size for a market. If you tap into a market that's way too small, say population of, 50,000 to 100,000, there's a lot of small towns throughout the US that have that kind of population size. It's gonna be tougher, right? You're gonna go through that entire city or that entire county, even in some cases, really quick. So you're gonna have to supplement fairly quick with additional markets, and you're gonna have to build another buyers list, create another power team in that separate market. So I like to go deeper in those markets that have a healthy population size, all right? So number 1, when you're doing research for a new market, look for areas that have 250,000 people or more. That's my recommendation. This is going to give you the volume, right? Now we have the volume. We make sure that we have, enough ammo to do at least 6 months of campaigns in a place like that and sustain a healthy operation of 3+ deals a month. Number 2, let's check out the speed of the market. Okay, we have the volume, right? But how fast are the deals moving? This is what's going to tell us the temperature of the market right now. Okay, days on market. You can Google it. You can talk to your real estate professional in that market, part of your power team. That's a whole entire separate video. Look for it, how to build your power team in separate markets or different markets. It's a really good video. So you can reach out to your real estate agent and find out how fast the market is moving by days on market. Days on market is how long does it take for a property that's listed on the MLS, on the multiple listing service, so it's listed through a realtor. How long does it take on average for properties to sell in that area? All right, usually it takes about 30 days to close when you have a property under contract with a buyer. So it's gonna be, going through the escrow process, clearing title and all that stuff, the lender stuff. It usually takes about 30 days, right? So if you have an average days on market of 30 to 60 days, you know that it took 30 days to close and maybe another 30 days to market that property. I like to stay below 60 days, average days on market. Why? Because it means that the properties are moving quick. They're not having to be marketed for 120 days. They're not sitting on the market too long on the shelf per se before somebody comes in and picks them up, right? So it's giving me the speed of the market right now. How fast is the market moving right now this month, all right? So average days on market, I like to keep it below 60. The longer it takes, on average days on market, the slower the market is. So you have 90 days on market, it's a slower market than a 60 days on market. 120 days on market, now it's pushing it. So it's a bogged down market at that point, in my opinion. So and of course it depends on the property values, depends on if it's a commercial, type of deal. But for single average price points, single family residence average price points, you should be seeing 45 to 60 days, 75 days on market. It's relatively a healthy speed for market conditions. So not that we're going to put these properties on the MLS if that's not your strategy. We're still wholesaling, but if we keep that in mind, we're going to know what the buyers are thinking, right? So if buyers are seeing that days on market are super long, they're going to drive us lower on the offers. We're going to have to create a lot deeper discounts on these wholesale deals. So it tells us a lot. So days on market. Second thing that I look for, and I want to keep it within 60 days, right? 30 or 60 days is a pretty decent number for the speed of a market. So now we have volume, we have speed. The third one, this one takes a little bit of math. It's not that complicated, not rocket science, and it's going to tell us the demand of the market, especially what side is it leaning towards to, the buyer side or the seller side, right? So, we hear the stories all the time. It's a seller's market, it's a neutral market, it's a buyer's market. How do we figure that out? Through the absorption rate, all right? The absorption rate, and here's the math, super simple. You're going to take the amount of properties that's sold for that month over the amount of inventory that's available, okay? You're going to get a percentage from that. So you divide the amount of properties sold by the amount of inventory available, and then you're going to get a percentage. Now, here's the thing. How do we know if it's a buyer's market or a seller's market? Anything above a 20% is usually deemed a hot market, so it's going to lean towards the seller side, right? So seller side's above 20%. A healthy or balanced, space for that kind of activity is going to be between 15 and 20%. Anything below 15% is usually leaning towards the buyer side. Okay, meaning that the buyers have more leverage when it comes to making offers because of supply and demand, right? That's the third thing that I look for when I'm doing an analysis on the market, right? This tells me the demand of the market. Okay, so we have the volume, we have the speed, and then now we have the demand. Those are the top three things that you need to look for whenever you're considering tapping into a new market and dropping money, time, and effort into your marketing campaigns. The last thing that you want to do is just shoot from the hip when it comes to putting thousands of dollars out of pocket to generate sellers, all right? So remember, we're looking for motivated sellers. We want to make sure that the market is carrying those sellers so we have a healthy balance between buyers and sellers. Now, at the end of the day, it's all about creating a sustainable business, right? We have to be smart about the way that we build the business as we go through the process. If you don't look at stuff like this, you're going to be shooting from the hip all the time. That's going to take you maybe 6 months, right? You're going to be able to get a deal here and there, but it's not going to be sustainable. Hustle is a season. It's not a business strategy. If you want to learn how to build your own wholesale business where you can generate 3 to 5 deals a month, maybe more, go check out REIWholesaling.com. Download the free Wholesaling 101 course that I have in there. Check out the Real Estate Wholesaling Academy and decide whether or not, you're a candidate for it, right? If you feel like it's a match for the type of business that you want to create, I look forward to working with you. In the meantime, stay focused. You got this. Let's go. Fam, thank you for listening. Every week I bring you the real, the raw, the mindset, the case studies, and the strategies you need to build your own successful real estate wholesaling business. So if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and don't miss out on real life experience and information that can make you millions. It's time to join the ranks of successful wholesalers and take advantage of one of the biggest opportunities that we have in our lifetime to generate wealth. So go to REIWholesaling.com. Head over to my website, again, that's REIWholesaling.com, and learn how to make big profits, make big money by finding, negotiating, and closing wholesale deals from your own backyard. You've heard the stories, seen the case studies, stop thinking about it, it's time to write your own. Again, head over to REIWholesaling.com, click on coaching program, book a discovery call, have a conversation with my team, and you might get an invitation to join hundreds of students throughout the country who are leveling up on a daily basis. The writing is on the wall. Hustle is a season. It's not a business strategy. Take action, start building a sustainable and scalable real estate wholesaling business, and join the coaching program today. I will catch you guys on the next one. Talk to you soon. Stay focused. You got this.